Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very important geopolitics related video. Trump is making a lot of allegations against India, and we are giving a very strong yet a very calculated response to his statements. So, what I thought is that we should understand what allegations he's making, what response we are giving. So, today's video is going to be about four key things. Number one, we are going to understand Trump tariff threats and added penalty. We are going to understand about our reply to the West. We are also going to talk about currency devaluation because if you are aware, rupee has hit the all-time low, and also we are going to talk about USA jobs data. So a lot of things to be learned in today's video, so keep on watching the video till the end. Before moving on, I hope you're already aware of the fact that we are offering our Mastering Money Management course, which is ideally priced at 2,300 rupees at just 999 rupees. The offer will end in another 3 days, so hurry up, enroll for this course, ensure that your sister enrolls for this course, or you can even gift this course to her. If you want more details on this, you can definitely drop a WhatsApp at our office number 90221966678. So this time, rather than gifting chocolates or flowers which are time bound, gift her something which is timeless. And one more disclaimer before we move on. I do have uh, more or less, I can't say expertise, but yes, I do specialize in analyzing stocks. But geopolitics is something which I really love to analyze. So this is an honest effort from my side to explain all these concepts in the most simplified way. I hope you like it, right? So first and foremost, let's understand about what Mr. Trump said on Truth Social. He said that India is not only buying massive amounts of Russian oil, we are also selling it in the open markets for big profits. Okay, so what is the big problem? The problem is that he's saying they don't care, Indians don't care about how much people in Ukraine are being killed by Russian war machines. And because of this, I will be substantially raising the tariff paid by India to the USA. And thank you for this, for your attention to this matter. So basically, he is accusing India of the fact that we are funding the war indirectly and we don't care how many people are being killed in Ukraine. Okay, so when he said all these things, I loved the way India replied because India has given this, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, a very calculated answer, which is a very strong answer as well. It's not any politician who has given the answer. It's a statement by the official spokesperson, and I'm showing you the Ministry of External Affairs website. You can read this if you want. You can just pause, take a screenshot, but I'm going to read out the key pointers for you. What is given? Now we are saying, Acha, you are blaming us. First, look at yourself. What are you doing? We have not only pointed to the USA, but we are also mentioning about what European Union is doing. Because the West is constantly trying to tell, Array, India is doing this, India is doing that. Let's understand what these people are doing. The European Union in 2024 had a bilateral trade of 67.5 billion euros in goods with Russia. So they are also doing trade with Russia. In addition, it had trade in services estimated to 17.2 billion euros in 2023. Okay, so not only 1 year, 23, 24, both. And during both these years, was the Russia Ukraine war going on? Absolutely yes. This is significantly more than India's total trade with Russia that year or even subsequently. European imports of LNG in 2024 in fact reached a record 16.5 million tons, surpassing the last record of 15.21 million tons in 2022. So European Union, you are also trading with them, and with big amounts, not smaller amounts. Europe Russia trade includes not just energy, but they're also buying fertilizers, mining products, chemicals, iron, steel, machinery, and transport equipments. And what is Mr. Trump saying? That we are funding the war. Wow, wow. Now let's come to USA. Where the USA is concerned, it continues to import from Russia uranium hexafluoride for its nuclear industry, palladium for its EV industry, fertilizers as well as chemicals. So you are going to purchase whatever you need. But when we purchase what we need, there is big question mark and there are being allegations that India is funding the war. Amazing. In Marathi we say चोराच्या उलट्या बोंबा. Those who understood did it. Okay. So in this background, what are we saying? In this background, the targeting of India is unjustified and unreasonable. Like any major economy, India will take all necessary measures to safeguard its national interest in and economic security. Now wait. Here's an amazing catch here. Like any major economy, we are saying, boss, we are also the fourth largest economy. Don't try to put us under pressure. We are going to be the third largest economy now. We are going to give befitting replies wherever need be. There is also one more very interesting tweet by Mr. Trump where he had mentioned about him buying oil from Pakistan. Okay, now when you are buying oil from Pakistan, is that really justified? When he says that we are going to work together, and who knows, Pakistan may sell oil to India someday. Seriously. So when you buy oil from Pakistan, do you think Pakistan is going to use it for their own development? That agriculture will develop in Pakistan, industrialization will go to the next level. I hope everyone knows how Pakistan is going to utilize that money. So better, I mean, USA is funding Pakistan so that they can, try to initiate something against India. That is done. But if we are buying oil from Russia, that is question. Kya baat hai? Well, now that you have understood about number one, what was the whole tariff scenario all about, and the penalty all about. Number two, our response also you have understood. Now we are going to focus on what is the scene with Indian rupee depreciating so much. Now, this is absolutely clear that Trump is going to levy tariffs on us. How much? Only he knows, depending on his mood. Plus, he may also levy a penalty. So, I'll give you a simple example for this and have a look at it. So, if we say that we are exporting goods worth $100, okay, to USA, assume he's going to levy a $25 tariff, and let's say he's going to levy an additional penalty of $5. So the total will become $130. Okay, now the question is about this $30, which is in the form of tariff plus penalty. Now there could be three options what can be done with this $30. Possibility number one, this entire $30 is passed on to the buyer, because of which buyer bears the brunt of increased price. Okay, but passing on $30 is going to be very, very difficult, because there are other sellers in the global market who would price it cheaper, and therefore definitely there's a chance that the buyer will not buy from us, rather than buy it from some other country. So this is a very difficult possibility. Possibility number two, seller says, okay, we will bear the entire brunt of $30 and we will reduce our profitability. But there is a fair chance that the seller does not have a 30% margin. In that case, the seller may go into losses, and instead of that he may choose not to even sell. What is the final option is that partially it is borne by the seller and partially by the buyer. Let's say 15-15. 15 will be passed on to the buyer, 15 will be borne by the seller. Now, if I'm talking about seller bearing the brunt of this increased amount, can the government help in such cases so that the exports remain boosted, exports don't fade away? Now, one way this is done is by letting the currency to devaluate. I'll give you a very simple example for this. Just do this calculation. 130 into, let us say, 86. How much will it come to? 11 118 80. Okay, 11,180. And also multiply it with 89. 11,570. Quick, 11,570. Okay. So now you clearly see that if rupee devaluates from 86 to 89, the realization that the exporter will get, the money that the exporter will get with exactly same dollars, 130, will be more. So sometimes to boost exports, the country is okay devaluating the currency. Will it have other effects? 100% yes. Okay. Now, let us see how our currency has been doing. And if you see here, this is again trading economics. We were at an all-time low back in February 2025. We strengthened here. Of course, I hope you understand. This is strengthening of the rupee, even though you see the chart falling. And if you just go up, now you can see rupee actually had hit an all-time low at almost 87.9, almost touching 88. We are still above 87. Now, when has this uptick started? This uptick started in May. And if you remember, first time tariffs were talked about in the month of April only. Correct? So, since then, our rupee has started to depreciate. Maybe the government is saying, oh, is okay with this so that the exports don't take a hit. Now, is this only with India? Have a look at what China has done in the past. Now, if you see Chinese yuan per dollar, it's around 7 yuan per dollar. Okay, now if you see here, especially during the 95 scenario, look at this sharp devaluation in Chinese yuan. And even in the recent past, since 2015 also, they have been depreciating the yuan. They are okay with that. And that is the reason why it is said with China, I mean, it is said about China that they are always okay devaluing their currency so that their exports are not hit, their exports go on a rise. This was in fact also covered in an ET article which mentioned that depreciation of the rupee helps exports more than an appreciating currency helping in imports. So, all in all, why did I tackle this point? This was important for you all to understand that because of this tariffs, can our exports be hit? Yes. And what can the government do to ensure that the exports still are not hit that badly? I hope you have understood the relationship of depreciating currency and exports. And finally, let's move on with the final data point, which is US jobs data, which was released for July 2025. Now, you might be like, Rachna, why are we talking about US jobs data? See, like I told you, when the tariffs are on a higher side, when the penalties are imposed, obviously, as I mentioned in the previous part of the video, the brunt is going to be shared partially by the seller, partially by the buyer. Now, just think from the lens of a US buyer, a US entrepreneur. For such a person, the cost of purchase has increased, so profitability can be challenged here. So if the entrepreneur wants to ensure that profitability stays afloat, what can he do? He can cut down costs. And for that, one possible way is cut down on labor or employment costs. And what were the latest data points which were revealed? As per the latest data, jobs added 73,000 versus estimated 1,06,000. So estimated job additions was 1,06,000, actual are only 73,000. Unemployment rate has increased to 4.2%, which was at 4.1%. And once this data was released, immediately Mr. Trump came up with his uh, tweet or whatever he does on uh, Truth Social. He says, last week's job report was rigged. He says, the fake, all these fake numbers. And he says, make America great again. That is his favorite line, correct? And you know what he did as a response? He said, I'm going to fire this BLS commissioner. Khatam, baat khatam. So in Marathi, we say, माझं मत किंवा इतरांचं मत. माझं मत किंवा चुकीचं मत. What is the literal English translation for that? It ideally should be my opinion or your opinion, my data or your data. But Mr. Trump says it's my data or rigged data. And that is what has happened. He has fired the BLS commissioner. And even one more reference I could remember from the movie Padmavat, where when Alauddin Khilji's actions were questioned by one of the courtsmen, he asks the historian in his court, इतिहास इसे क्या कहेगी खुसरो? And the historian answers, इतिहास इसे वक्त का तगाजा बताएगी. In simple words, whatever the king wants, that will be the ultimate action. What is right or wrong doesn't matter. What does the king want? That is more important. That's what we are seeing right now. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this small attempt, my genuine effort from my side to explain geopolitics from a finance perspective. And if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you find some value in this. If yes, please don't forget to smash the like button. Please don't forget to share this video with your friends. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye. You might have come across such advertisements on various social media platforms. Please note, all of these are fraudsters promising unbelievable returns through stock tips. I don't provide any calls or advisory services. I provide only educational content through my social media handles and through my website rachnaranade.com and rachnaranade.in.